Hey everyone, April Toro here, and I am so excited for today's video. I posted a question a few months ago about what topics people would like to hear about the most, and my friend Kimmy actually posted a question that I thought was awesome, and that is, how do you balance being a mom and working full-time? And I think that that is something that many of us struggle with. It's honestly something that I struggle with all the time. I always use the phrase surviving, not thriving, because I feel like that perfectly sums up just trying to kind of wear all the different hats that you have to wear as a mom and also as a working mom. I think regardless, just being a mom in general, whether you stay at home or you're out working somewhere outside of the home, it can be such a struggle to kind of balance everything. And you're trying to be a great wife, or be a great mom, or be a great employee, or be a great family member, or be a great friend. And sometimes it's just hard to balance all of it. And I watched a sermon, I believe it was Andy Stanley that talked about this, where he was talking about just trying to balance all the facets of your life. So balancing eating healthy and working out and being a great parent and being a great employee and all of these different things. And some people think that you just have to be really good at everything, and that is balance. But in reality, different seasons of your life are going to cause you to focus on different things. So, if you're kind of working towards your career and that's your focus, you may not be the best friend during that time because the balance is a little bit off because you're really focused on kind of creating that career. Or, if you're busy with your career and you have a busy social life, you may not be that great at getting to the gym every day. So I don't think the balance necessarily means that you have to be good at everything. It's just kind of picking your priorities for that moment in time and focusing on those things. So back to today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the tips and the tricks and the different strategies that I use to try to help me save time and try to balance everything between working and being a mom and all of that. It's kind of hilarious that I would be doing this topic because I describe myself as a hot mess mom. I am not the type of mom that, has the freshly baked cookies and my kids are always perfectly dressed and their hair is always perfect. I am definitely the definition of a hot mess mom, but hopefully some of these things can kind of help some of you out there, maybe help you save some time, maybe you can learn something new. So let's get into it. All right. So my first tip is something that I've actually talked about in a video before, but it is life-changing and it has really turned our mornings around, and that is these bins that I'm about to show you. I think I got them from Walmart. There are 5 different sections, which is perfect for sorting 5 different outfits. And if I have a really busy week, I will literally do the laundry on Sunday and take the clothes directly from the laundry basket and straight into the bin without even worrying about putting them away. And it saves me so much time, and we're set up for the whole week. So another thing that we have started doing, which I have found to be super helpful, is subscribing to a meal delivery service. So I tried all of them. I got all the coupon codes, tried all the things. I tried a service that would send you food that you could just microwave. I tried all the different delivery services, and we agreed on Blue Apron. That was our favorite. The food was delicious. My husband and I could agree on it. They have a lot of options that are not wheat-based, which is important. For those of you who don't know, I have celiac, so I can't eat a lot of wheat and bread-based products. So they have a lot of options as far as that's concerned. So I love Blue Apron. It just kind of takes some of the guesswork out of what's for dinner at least 2 times a week. And the meals are delicious, no food goes to waste. And we actually wound up saving money by doing this because we weren't wasting as many groceries. So it has been a lifesaver. Another thing that I would say that probably not everybody's going to love this or agree with this, but I'm just being honest with you, just being real. This is kind of how I get by. If we're doing different recipes and things like that, and it requires a lot of mixing and all of that, I was noticing I had a huge pile of dishes when everything was said and done. So if I'm doing a recipe and it requires like a lot of mixing and bowls and things like that, we actually will use paper bowls for that portion of it so that we don't have a sink full of dishes when everything's said and done. We make sure that we recycle, we're using paper and not styrofoam, so we're trying to be as good to the environment as possible, but that just really cuts down a lot on the dishes whenever things are getting a little crazy. So one thing that is definitely a struggle, especially whenever you're a working parent and you have to get out of the door and be somewhere, is morning routines, trying to get your kids in the habit of doing what they're supposed to be doing, so that you can kind of get out of the door and be on your way or start your work day or anything like that. So we struggled with this a lot, just getting our kids to do the simplest things: eat breakfast, put your clothes on, get ready for the day. So I actually created these checklists. I have one for each child, and it includes all of the things that they are supposed to do in the morning: eat breakfast, brush your hair, brush your teeth, things like that. So we have one for the morning, we have one for nighttime. I laminated it, and we just used dry erase markers to mark off the items as they completed them. We made a game out of it. We made it really fun. The kids were kind of competing with each other who could finish first. And at the end of it, if they did everything on their list in the morning, they got a gummy vitamin as a prize. That's right. I not only got my kids to get ready in the morning, but I tricked them into taking vitamins and seeing it as a reward. So it was so funny. We would threaten them if they didn't finish everything on the list. We were going to take away their prize, which was actually a vitamin, and my kids fell for it. So depending on the age of your kids, obviously this is more so for people that have smaller children, but this was definitely a lifesaver for us, especially with these hectic mornings when we're having to start our day and kind of hit the ground running. It kind of got our kids on track with actually getting ready and getting excited about it. Okay, and my last tip is something that is probably the most obvious, but I think it's one of the most important, and that is waking up before your children. And I'm not talking about waking up 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before. I would say try to wake up at least an hour before your children are waking up, and just take that time for yourself. Use that time to work out, to meditate, to have time alone, to have time to just sit and enjoy your coffee by yourself on the couch, which is the best feeling in the whole world. I love that. Just take that time for yourself to just breathe and mentally prepare for the day, whatever it is that kind of makes you happy, that rejuvenates you before all of the chaos ensues when your kids wake up. I don't know how your house is, but whenever my kids wake up, it's just madness until we all get out the door. So just having that extra time in the morning is so helpful just for your soul in general, just to kind of give you that time of peace and quiet and reflection before you start your day. So it may take some getting used to, getting up early. I know I got out of the habit for the last month or so, and I noticed a big difference. If I was waking up the same time as my kids, I just felt stressed out for the whole day. For those of you who have never heard of the book called The Miracle Morning, you should definitely check it out. I recommend that everybody start their day in the way that's laid out in that book. It's just so amazing to start your day early, kind of work on yourself during that time, and then begin kind of doing the craziness that is being a mom, and especially being a working mom. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any tips and tricks that you would like to share with me, I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next time.